10,000 subscribers.
Oh, you have that many in that one too.
Yeah, exactly. Hey guys, how's it going? Oh goodness. So now Mike and I are on my regular channel. We started a live hangout on my review channel, like I do every time, and I'm so stupid about it. But we're hanging out at Mike's house in Michigan. We just got done fishing today, and we're basically doing a live Q&A. Should have a bunch of people move over from my other channel to this one because I'm dumb. And
you're tired.
Yeah,
not dumb.
Yeah.
Hey guys. A long day.
But this is Mike, also known as the Basquatch Hunter. He's got a YouTube channel called the Basquatch Hunter. He's got 19 videos, so he's almost to that point.
He's catching up.
But you do good edits, and that's what I like. He's a great guy. I've known him for a little while, and he offered to bring me up. I mean, to house me while I was up here and take me fishing. So we went kayak fishing today. I'm dragging my mayfly around the country right now, and he's got a feel free.
Yeah. I say it like, what a feel free. What is that? What is that?
That other little plastic.
What is that awesome kayak?
But he does great edits, and he's motivated to keep on going. So it's one of these things I see a lot of potential, and I've had a lot of fun teaching him this week about YouTube and how things work. So.
Thank you.
I hope you learned something. So, but hey, Colin, how's it going, man? No, this is not the new Ryan. I have not replaced Ryan. Not going to. But yeah, Mike lives up here in Michigan, and got some pretty cool little fishing places. He caught a fish that was 21.5 inches today and kicked my butt in a challenge. I caught a 30+ inch pike on 15-pound monofilament on the new Seaguar monofilament. So I was testing it out. I guess it did okay.
It's pretty impressive.
Yep. Can I come to Griffin, Georgia? I'll be back down there as soon as I can. I'll fish the Flint River the day before Ryan passed, and then I came back home. So roll tide. They say that for everything, Anybody got any breakfast today? Roll tide. Oh, my mom just got off the pot. Roll tide. Yeah, they're pre-spawning in Michigan. The water temperature was in the high 50s, low 60s by the end of the day. So
yeah, almost at 61.
Yeah, and so bad. But the wind was so bad it kept the water stirred up, and it was just kind of tough to fish. So we went largemouth fishing. St. Clair was impossible. There was no way. Hey, Bobby, how's it going, man? No way of doing anything. So.
Yeah, we would have had 40+ mile-an-hour winds on St. Clair.
Yep. Caught some brook trout today. Roll tide. Oh, that's hilarious.
I feel like if there was like a book on southern verbs or anything, that would be like roll tide.
Yep. Hey, Cameron Smith. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Hey, Brandon. The NFL draft is on. I can't stay. I don't care about the NFL draft. Oh, man. But, yeah, I understand that. But, let's see. Another roll tide. Hey, Richard.
Isn't it terribly sad that I'm so Yankeefied that I have no idea what roll tide is?
Roll tide, okay. Alabama is, the University of Alabama has been the national champion like 1,000 times in the last few years. And they are the Crimson Tide.
Yeah,
and
I knew that part of it.
The saying is roll tide.
But why is it roll tide?
And like we say, go dogs.
Yeah.
Theirs is roll tide.
Oh, okay. I knew it was the Crimson Tide. I just didn't understand why it was roll. Okay.
He's from Michigan. He thinks this is a Green Bay hat. Okay,
I thought it is the Green Bay Packers logo to me. Wisconsin is a lot closer to me than anywhere else down south.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, in 13 Fishing, the Inception's a really good reel. You guys are going to like the new Origins out, too, that are coming out in July. I've got two prototypes, and they're pretty good little reels for the price. I'm not saying they're amazing because they're $80 and $100, but they're good reels. Yeah, you did get to use one.
Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I let him play around with it.
So I got to use one today, and it was awesome. I'm not a huge bait caster guy. I've been using spinning mostly this whole year, and I casted it 4 or 5 times in heavy winds, no problems at all, super smooth.
Yeah.
And extremely lightweight and comfortable. I was kind of impressed.
Yeah.
I think I'm getting one.
I don't think it'll hold up to 200 days of fishing a year, but I don't think a whole lot of people do that anyway.
No, I think it's a great for that in that price range.
Yeah.
I mean, they're for what they have in the market competing in that price range. I'm pretty excited to get one.
Yeah, I can't believe they were able to do it for $100, but it's a $100 reel.
Yeah.
Man,
But some reels you pay $100 for, and it's like a $70 reel or $50
Yeah.
reel. Like that one actually feels like you're getting a really good deal on
yeah,
it. Seriously.
I think if I had only one complaint about it is that I'm so used to those fat cork grips and the
those
fat
are nice,
foam
dude.
grips.
Those are nice.
I'm back. Those have the older style of the smaller grips, so I'd put those little real grips on there if I was to fish them for a long time. So, but yeah, ask us some questions, man. I'm just kind of wanted to do something with you guys, and just the biggest thing is to thank you guys for all the support that you've given me over the last week. Absolutely amazed by it. Life sucks sometimes. You lose friends. People make bad mistakes. I don't judge Ryan for what he did. One thing that I know his mom wants me to say is that Ryan did not commit suicide. Okay, Ryan goofed up. He was a heroin addict, and he'd been off of it for a long time, and he went back to it, and he overdosed himself. And so we had plans. We had great things ready in the future. Things we were going to do, and the last thing he wanted to do was to end his life, and it happened. And the one thing you guys ought to know about heroin addiction or addiction in general is it's like playing Russian roulette, and this is something that I prepared for every time I let him go somewhere where I wasn't with him, because I knew as long as he was with me, I could keep him from that stuff. But every time I let him go, I was like, okay, he may not come back, or he may come back high as a kite. And I was always mentally prepared for that. It's been a rough week, but I don't have any regrets. I did what I could. And so I'm really, really happy and that you guys, have supported, given me all this, tons and tons of support. I'm blown away. It's awesome. I don't do these videos. I don't have a YouTube channel to make money. I want to teach the world to fish, and it takes a certain amount of money to feed my family and put a roof over my head to make it to where I can travel and do videos and stuff like that. That's what I want. I don't ever want to be rich doing this, but I want to be able to teach as many people as I can. So having the support from you guys means a whole lot from me. But I'm going to jump off my soapbox. Ask me some questions. New boat. I got pictures of my new boat in an email 2 days ago. It is awesome. I still have to get a few things to put on it when I get it. They're waiting on the electronics to install them, and then they're going to ship it to me. So it's really, really close. I'm just not exactly sure when. It should be shortly after I get back off this trip. So next Sunday, not day after tomorrow, but the following Sunday, I'll be on Ike Live. And so tune into Ike Live.
Awesome.
I'll make a huge media blast and everything else about it. But that'll be pretty cool. The new tracker. All right, Jimmy. Now, Jimmy owns a tracker, and the first time he got in my boat, he wanted to sell his tracker. Just for the record. Just throwing it out there. However, fished up in Canada years ago, all the way up in just north of the Arctic Circle. I fished for Arctic char. So MTB slams, I'm still doing them. I left 4 days ago, and I grabbed the wrong boxes, and so they actually mailed me some here to his house. So I hope to do the MTB slam in the next week. I was hoping to do it today, but I didn't quite get to it. So I loved Del Hollow, except it was stained. It wasn't as clear as it was supposed to be. So cool, Cole. That's awessome. I'm glad I met you too.
Aluminum or fiberglass?
It's aluminum. It's the same boat. It's just a different color. I'm gonna leave that a secret or a surprise. I got a lot of really cool things on it. I just kind of, I'm excited. It's gonna have the same motor. Still gonna have a Yamaha 115.
I'm excited.
Show on it. So, what would I throw? Midday, clear, bluebird skies. I'd be finding some shade somewhere, throwing a jig. Yeah, but when I get it, I'll do a little walkthrough and I'll show you guys about it. So I'm pretty excited. What's my favorite? I don't read fast, guys.
Yeah, favorite trailer. Hold on, I almost had it.
Yeah.
On chatterbaits. Ooh.
Paddle tail swim bait and a twin tail. I like it. If I want a smaller profile, I'll put a little twin tail on it.
I use twin tails on mine.
Yep.
My black and browns are always twin tails.
Yep. A Rage Menace is incredible on one.
I use some craw trailers depending on time of year.
Yeah. Go-to bait in heavy wind is going to be a chatterbait, lipless crankbait,
today.
Spinnerbait. This is what kind of. The only thing I didn't throw today was a spinnerbait because I knew I'd catch a pike. So
and we still caught pike.
And I still caught pike.
I threw my chatterbait. Chatterbait's my wind bait, and I was catching pike left and right on it.
Favorite color jig is green pumpkin. With no, just green pumpkin because orange just depends on whether it's spring or not. Do I ever use live bait? Not if I can help it. North Carolina. Yeah, that'd be cool. Water temps today were 57, 56 in the morning. Actually, I saw as low as 54, but 56,
56 to 60.
To 60, and then it got 61, 62 in the evening.
Yeah, towards the end of the day, it got over 60.
Yeah.
But the average temps right now are 58 to 60.
Spook or pop-ar? Spook. I saw something about JJ's Magic. Oh, cool. Yeah, you'll like that JJ's Magic. My first fish, I actually caught it on a Ned rig, and I had the crawl that I had on it dipped in JJ's. Steven, what's up, man? I'm going to try to make it to the FLW deal. We'll see.
And no spawning yet in Michigan to answer that question.
Yeah, they're not spawning yet.
Not yet.
Yep. Braid or fluorocarbon? Both. Braided main line to a fluorocarbon leader is usually what I do. So
you guys can direct some questions at this side if you want to.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll give you a different point of view. Or if I don't know the answer, which I don't know a lot of answers that he knows, I will direct it over to him. Yeah, but I'll direct answers to him too. So I just want to be involved. I don't want to be just a pretty face.
I'm so used to doing these by myself.
No, I don't care.
Yeah.
So feel free to throw them this way too.
Yeah, don't use JJ's on the Last Tech worms. It's the greatest disappearing act.
Oh yeah, it melts them.
Oh yeah, it totally dissolves them. So
I've learned that.
Yep.
I put them in a tackle tray one time.
Let's see. How can you catch giant bass in super pressured city ponds?
My opinion would be slow moving search baits.
Slow moving search baits, like what?
Like grinding crankbaits on the bottom.
Yep.
Spinner baits.
Mm-hmm.
And like lipless crankbaits too, just grinding crankbaits on the bottom. Like I just do slow moving. When I'm fishing anywhere heavy pressured, and I know there's big fish in them, I'm assuming that the bigger fish are going to be more docile and they're going to go after slower moving, easier targets.
Okay, that makes sense.
So that's where my search baits come in.
Yep.
Which is
and if there's a small pond, it's more than likely silted in, and a jig and the bottom bait's not going to work anyway. So, I like to use I swim a Ned rig just off the bottom. Is one of my favorite things to do.
See, that was the correct answer is Ned rig, but I don't go to Ned rig.
You don't like it. Yeah, that's not your go-to bait. So wacky rig or Texas rig weightless? Both. Seriously, they're both interchangeable. Just depends on what the fish wants.
Do you do weighted wacky rigs?
Sometimes, if I'm fishing deeper.
Just to get down deeper?
Yeah, but typically when I'm fishing wacky rigs, I'm fishing super shallow up under docks.
I only throw them, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm skipping. Have a 4-8 to 1 because I don't have any money. What would you use it for? Oh my gosh, I'd trade it.
Yeah, that's a slow.
That is a super slow reel. You catch a fish, it'll take you till next week to get it into the boat or get it to you. So, dude, go mow some lawns, save some money, get us at least a 6 to 1 gear ratio.
Yeah, you can
reel.
get decent reels at a pretty good price.
Yeah,
nowadays,
go to Bass Pro or Cabela's and get one of their store brands for $50. So,
I was about to go back up.
Stop in Erie at the Peninsula by for smallies. I wish I could. I got a schedule tomorrow, so.
Erie and St. Clair on fire right now.
Yeah, they are, and I'm so mad that the wind's up because I'd be out there fishing.
Possibly soon.
Yep. We just answered that one. Any advice for fishing Altamaha? I've never fished Altamaha.
Where is that?
I've been over it. It's somewhere down south. I can't remember.
It's a down south place.
What are my plans? I kind of said it already, but I'm going to say it one more time. I leave here tomorrow morning going to the Niagara River for a media event or a writers conference. A bunch of brands get together and we talk about their brands and we go fishing for 3 days. Fishing for big smallmouth, and then I'm leaving there and I've got a couple of days to kind of goof around in the New Jersey, New York area. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but Sunday I'm going to be on Ike Live. Not this Sunday, but the following Sunday I'll be on Ike Live, and we're going to hang out, and then I'm going to go home. So that will be 16 days I've been gone. So it's a long trip, and I'm probably going to be very homesick by the time that rolls around. I still have a T-shirt deal. Yeah, you can still go to the fishingshirtofthemonth.com and order T-shirts. Most durable soft plastic craw? I don't know.
Honestly,
I don't really care about durability because the softer it is, the better they are. So.
I do have an answer to that though because I just tried a new one. Z-Man makes one. with the Elastec.
Oh yeah,
And
I didn't think about that.
That thing is, but it like he said though, the softer it is, it does get more movement.
Yeah.
And I do like the softer baits. I'd rather go through them quicker and get more fish than have
Yeah.
one that lasts forever and never catch a fish on them.
Yeah.
But the Z-Man Elastec, I've been using those for trailers a lot lately too.
Yeah. GNS 1497. He's talking about me. He said he wished I'd come to Del Hollow, or told him he was coming to Del Hollow. I kind of, those were me fishing by myself, just to kind of clear my head and get back in the game after last week. So maybe if I get back up there, I'll give you a shout. Ned Rig, I don't understand that one. My son keeps texting me, wanting me to give him permission to download an app. It's so funny. When was the last time you had? Oh, that's funny. What we do with these guys right here is we go to.
I'm gonna answer that question. Do you see that one?
Which one?
The one. Oh, you're.
That one?
I don't even know where it went.
That's okay. Sorry, guys.
Someone asked about my hat. I was excited about it.
Oh, well, tell them about your hat.
So, so this is the Basquatch clothing hat. This is one of them right here. So that is the Basquatch logo on the hats, and
that's his brand.
For the shameless plug here. If you go to BasquatchClothing.com, you can see all the different hats, shirts, and apparel that's on there as well, and help you catch some bigger fish and some Basquatch. So I had to answer that one.
Yeah, of course.
I was excited about that.
Good old shameless plug.
So can I?
Yeah,
talk
keep
about the
going.
challenge?
Yep.
Can I talk about the challenge?
Yeah, we're gonna tell you about the challenge we did today, and I got my butt kicked.
Okay, so you might say you got your butt kicked, but it wasn't that much of a butt kicking because he won a few things, I won the bigger thing. That's all it is. So what we did is we went out today on a local lake in Michigan that I'm used to fishing. It's my favorite spot to fish, so I know the lake really well. I know where the big fish are. I catch all my trophy fish there. So I took Gene out there. We had a challenge. Whoever got the biggest bass today had to wear the other person's hat for the next video. So Gene caught more fish than me. He caught a huge pike today, huge northern pike. I caught a bigger bass at 21 and 21 and a quarter inches. So the next video he's doing, he's going to be wearing a Basquatch clothing hat instead of his Green Bay hat.
In one of the next videos, because I might forget.
In one of the next videos,
Yep.
yeah. Not necessarily the next one.
It'll be one I actually plan out.
So when everyone wonders why he's wearing a Basquatch hat, that's why. Because I caught a bigger fish than him, which makes me really happy.
Yep.
But I also feel bad for the guy because I learn a lot from him all the time, and I have for years. And
he feels bad for me.
I do. It'll be okay.
Let's get this. He caught that fish on like the 5th cast of the day. I knew I was done from then on out. There was no chance. A 21 and a half inch.
He didn't give up all day.
Nope. But a 21 and a half inch bass in Michigan is hard to beat. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm done. But I love to fish, so I fished all day. So
yeah. And he still outfished me as far as number. Like if we were doing like a 5-fish day, I would have lost.
Yeah, because I would have fished a Ned rig all day long. Actually, I wouldn't have because
that wind. You
yeah,
wouldn't
the wind.
cast it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have felt anything. So, Vermont, Canada border week. I don't know. No, I'm not coming to Texas anytime soon. Somebody asked me how I like my mayfly. To be absolutely honest with you, I love it. It is. It's a stable boat. It's a fast boat. It's everything I want in a kayak. It's easy to stand up on. It's got a big front deck. I integrated the fish finder, and the fish finder fits really good. It stores all the equipment that I need. I just love it. And I have a couple of complaints. I wish the seat was a little bit higher, and I want to have it rigged just for bass fishing eventually because it is a fly fishing boat. I changed a bunch of things out, but
he looked good in it today too. I'm not gonna lie.
In the wind, it's great.
Stood up in it. We had like 25-mile-an-hour winds today.
Yeah.
So he stood up in it, paddling, standing up in the mayfly, which I was kind of impressed. And it's a nice looking boat. It really is. Yep.
Big rig or mayfly?
Mayfly.
I have 2 big rigs now, and I use a mayfly.
Yeah, I was actually impressed, and it tracked well. I mean, it's a good looking boat.
Yep. Yep. So awesome. But anyway, how long have we been doing this? We'll go to 30 minutes. So we got 10 more minutes. So thoughts on Lou's carbon fire rod? I've never used that rod. I haven't even heard of the Lou's carbon fire. Favorite fluoro brand is going to be Seagar and Abrazex is what I use. Best life vest for kayaking is going to be I love my NRS Chinook.
Yep, I have 2 of them now actually. And it's cool because the NRS Chinook has like a molded foam, like a memory foam on the front, so it actually fits you. The longer you wear it, it molds to you, so it's a lot more comfortable than it seems. Yep. I thought it was gonna be bulky at first, like I was gonna have a big beer gut.
It looks like it, but then the float in the back is up high, so you can lean back on the seat and it doesn't get in the way.
No, it's by far my favorite life jacket.
Yeah. So,
favorite Ned rig heads, homemade or Z-Man?
I use Z-Mans.
That's what I use. I do have some homemade ones from some people who've sent them to me.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big Ned rig fishing guy, but the Z-Man ones just hold up a little bit better, and I stick with them.
Yeah. Just make sure you check the tip every once in a while because the tip will roll on you, like a lot of other hooks will, until Mustad starts making some.
Yes.
Yeah.
For feel free, I run the Lure 13.5. I also have an 11.5 that I use on smaller lakes and rivers, but the 13.5 lure is my main kayak.
Yeah. What kind of rod for a big whopper plopper? A medium heavy jig rod is what I would use, and just loosen your drag up a little bit.
Unless you're throwing, the 130?
Yeah, talking about the 130s.
Ever use a fluke on an Ned rig?
How long did it take for me to start getting noticed on YouTube? 4 years, I think, of doing it. 3 or 4 years. But there weren't a whole lot of fishermen online back then. I've been doing it for a long time. So there's a lot more fishermen watching YouTube now, so it shouldn't take as long. You just don't give up. Don't quit. That's what I've told Mike here. Just don't quit. Keep doing it. Evolve with what you like to do. Learn as much as you can. Editing. Try different things. Some things work. Some things don't work. And you all remember the 2 green screen videos I tried that looked like crap? Try new things because you
did green screen?
I tried it once. It sucked. So
I gotta see those.
A Lumicraft or tracker boat?
I feel like these are getting personal when people say that.
Lumicraft. It's wider. It's more stable. It's better on. It's a better ride on choppy water. So I'm not really a NASCAR fan. That races put me to sleep. What's a good reel for a reasonable price? The Inception's $120. Luz makes some good ones under $100, but 1.3 just is coming out with the Origin in July. That's $80 and $100, and I'm testing those right now. Some prototypes. I like them. Good kayak for a beginner. That's a good question for you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take that one.
Mm-hmm.
So my best suggestion is 2 parts, and I'll make it quick because there's a lot of other things coming in. First one. Every kayak is good and in different ways for different people. There is no bad kayaks on the market, in my opinion. They've came such a long way. Second thing, go to a demo. Any kayak that I could recommend for me, for Gene, for anybody, doesn't mean it'll fit you perfect.
Right.
And I've learned that the hard way too, because I've tried other people's kayaks and they don't fit me, but they're amazing for other people. So go to a demo and actually sit in one, paddle one, stand up in one, whatever you want to do, whatever style you want to fish, standing up, walking around, whatever you want to do. Go to a demo and try one out, see what fits you the most, and you'll sit in one and it'll speak to you. Like you'll know right away because in a kayak you kind of become one with it right away.
Yeah.
So when you sit in one, you're like, this is it. You'll know which one. So don't take all the people that start throwing their brands at you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Go try one out.
The kayak fisherman's favorite kayak
Is theirs.
is the second one they get.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I bought one, used it twice, sold it, and waited till I have enough money to buy a good one.
I always tell everybody buy your second kayak first for that reason.
Yeah. What I think about the G3 aluminum boat. I've never been in one. I love them because they're fast and they're wide. I don't particularly like bass trackers because they're narrow and they're wobbly, but they don't ride as good on choppy water. So
I want you to answer this one.
Which one?
Both of our personal bests. What's your personal best?
10 pounds, 12 ounces.
So in Michigan we don't have 10-pound bass. So
yeah, they do. They just don't ever catch them.
Okay, so my personal best is 22.5-inch 8-pound bass, and that was last year.
Yeah. What's up, Ken? Steven, what'd you say? Can you explain when to try to go from a discount sponsorship to a sponsorship?
I've done lengthy videos on that one, so I don't know how to answer
Are they
that
on your
question.
channel?
They're live videos on my channel.
Oh, okay.
I need to make a YouTube one because I'm very passionate about the whole sponsorship pro staff thing, and I've had a lot of experience in other sports with it. So they're live on my Facebook. But
me personally, I never took a discount sponsorship. I basically got to the point where I wanted to just build my following, build my YouTube channel, build everything, and I told myself, I said, you know what, I'm just going to stop worrying about sponsorships and just build myself and just make myself what I feel like, I can touch as many people as I can. And then the sponsors started coming to me, and then I had to make sure that they were the right fit. I don't care how much money I'm getting paid. I don't care about free product. I don't care about any of that stuff. If it's not a good fit, I'm not going to do it. And so, and if a sponsorship gets to the point where it's not a good fit, I'm going to step away. And I'm going to step away, and hopefully you guys don't see it as me bouncing around doing all this other stuff. But usually it's because it's not a good fit.
Yep. No, I agree. And that's my views on it. The same thing is make yourself valuable first, and don't try to chase sponsors and try to get them to want you. You should be at a point where they want you more, and that puts you in a better spot for sponsorships too. So I was just telling Gene this, I think yesterday or today, that I always try to put the work in before I even pursue a company. If I won't promote a brand for free, I wouldn't want to pursue them as a sponsor. And that's just, if you're not a customer already, don't even try to push it, because it's going to look bad on both ends. But find a brand that finds value in you, that can promote you, and that fits what you're doing, and stick with that brand. If they say no, don't jump ship and go to another brand. Stay loyal to your customers, and
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, it's a long one. I had two guys ask what my channel was too. So my channel is Basquatch Hunter TV, or BasquatchHunter.com. Yep. So if you guys want to check that out, you can.
You may have to type the whole thing in because he's a newer channel. I'm not dogging on him or anything.
No,
really not. But you have to type the whole thing in.
Yeah, so it's BASSQUATCH Hunter TV. So that's how it's spelled, because it's spelled different. So it's Basquatch Hunter TV on YouTube, or Hunter.com.
Yep. Why don't I have a pedal drive? I'm sponsored by Jackson. Jackson doesn't have a pedal drive out yet, and I love getting into the nasty shallow water stuff.
The same way I am.
Yeah, and
I got a kayak to go.
River fishing. Spots. I've got the Etowah, the Oostanula, the Coosa River within driving distance of my house. I've got the Flint and the Chattahoochee just down the road. So a pedal drive is not good for river fishing. So, and I'm still trying to figure out river fishing myself, and you're going to see a lot more of that this year anyway. So, especially when it gets warmer.
Do you consider Tennessee river fishing?
No.
Okay, I don't either. Okay.
No, they're all lakes.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I was doing a live feed a couple of years ago, and a guy said, "Can you fish the Tennessee River?" And I'm on Chickamauga. I'm like, it's right.
It's a dammed off part of Tennessee River.
There, under my boat.
Yep.
It was so funny.
Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee.
Yeah. Am I near Cartersville, Georgia? Yes, I live in Rome, Georgia. So.
When in Rome.
Yeah, about 30 minutes from Cartersville. When in Rome. Don't go to Rome, Georgia. Ever fished Lake Michigan for smallies? No, I haven't. Fished Lake Michigan for trophy brown trout. What's this one?
I salmon fish over there in Ludington.
Recommendations for northern lakes. I don't fish a lot of Canadian lakes. At least not for largemouth, because there's not very many largemouth up there.
Yeah, it's mostly smallies.
Yep. So I don't know. I wouldn't be able to answer that question. What's the best tip to grow a YouTube channel? Thank you. Don't quit.
I've actually watched that channel too.
Another fishing
show, yeah. It's actually, there's some good stuff on there.
Yeah. Biggest thing is just don't quit. Promote it across other things like Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. Identify your audience and focus on them. But don't over promote. Don't go on somebody else's channel and say, "Hey, go check out my channel," because the spam filters will pick you up and dump you over, and nobody will ever see you anyway. So you just wasted your time, and so it's dumb. So, are you looking for access to local lakes back here in Georgia? Most are not. That's too funny. All right. Let's see. Have I been to Cabela's in Atlanta? The one in Ackworth, I go there all the time. Kind of at first name basis with a couple of guys that work in the fishing shop.
Spend too much time there.
That's when I spend too much time there. You know what? My dad used to do this. I don't know why I catch myself doing it now. Lake X produced today. Tim was shaking shaking from a 21
Oh yeah,
he caught super.
Kyle was the one that was on the beach.
Oh, hey
that
Kyle,
next to
man.
He was the one next to the guy that caught that.
Oh, God,
21. Yeah.
that's great, man.
Yeah, that reaction was.
That was a blast. This guy went up there and he was using live bait, which is but he caught.
He was shore fishing though.
He
too.
caught a 21 inch bass, and he was beside himself.
Yeah,
it was so awesome.
It was like he won a lot, which is, and that's why most of us do this sport in general and try to. This is why Gene teaches you how to fish, because the reaction of people when they get their personal best, whether it's a 12-inch fish or a 20-inch fish, it makes it all worth it at the end of the day. And it made my whole day, honestly, to see his reaction. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, fishing a lake 15 feet over, best bait to use. I don't know, dude. I really don't. And it just depends on the other conditions of the lake. Color, water color, clarity, conditions, where the bass are located. It just all depends. There's no magic bait. Do I ever fish the Savannah River? I used to when I lived on it. I used to live 125 yards from the Savannah River when I was living in Augusta. So
I've never even noticed this because I don't watch your comments as that much. I guess when I'm not on it, but you get a lot of vague questions.
Yeah, they're tough. Yeah, you got to kind of weed through them.
Tough to answer
favorite
those.
lake in North Carolina, Richmond Mill. It's a private lake I used to guide on. It's got tons of big bass and tons of big bluegill. That's the only one I've ever fished in North Carolina. So.
Have you ever fished Yamamoto?
Fished with Gary Yamamoto.
Yeah.
I fished his lake, but I've never fished with him.
I want to fish his lake.
How's the fake chrome rod? It's a really good rod. It's the blackout. The fake chrome is the blackout blank, except they have more models this year. I'm fishing the moderate rods, all the cranking rods, the new ones that came out, and I love them. I was so mad about last year, the cranking models that 13 Fishing offered. They were not cranking rods. They were too stiff. And so they fixed it with all of the new cranking rods they came out with this year. I'm really excited. And then that's what I was fishing today with that chatterbait, was one of those moderate action rods. So, welcome to my world. Let's see. Have I ever fished Lake Blackshear? No. Goodness gracious, guys. We're going to do this for about another 30 seconds. So
someone corrected me and said it's not a Green Bay hat. So that's what I'm trying to see.
Beginner bed fishing tips. I've got a video I just launched about that. Go watch it. That'd be easier than anything. And then I have an old video about bed fishing. Top 10 smallmouth lures. Ned rig.
Tube.
Jerk bait. Ned rig, tube, jerk bait. And in a tube, I'm going to have a big lead head in it to make it look like a goby, is what I do. So at least up here.
Yep.
So
tubes are my
thoughts on Dell Hollow. It's a beautiful lake. It just was not the right time. 8 feet high and stained water is not good for Dell Hollow. So, but anyway, guys, it's been great. Mike, been good having Mike on here. I know I did most of the talking, but he did include a little bit of good information. And you guys go check him out. Subscribe to his channel, Basquatch Hunters TV. And if you haven't subscribed to mine, you knuckleheads, you better hit the subscribe button.
And if you're looking for the Basquatch hats, they're on BasquatchClothing.com.
Yep.
That's what I mentioned again.
Oh, okay.
So BasquatchClothing.com, you can see all the different hats, shirts, stuff like that, too.
Yep. And I've been up. We only got 3 hours of sleep last night, so we're going to go to bed early. And I've got a 6.5 hour drive ahead of me. But it's been great. Once again, thanks for your support this last week. I know it's been tough for me. It's still when it's quiet, I it's still tough. But thanks. It's good to know I have so many people behind me. So take care. Have a good night. You guys be safe this weekend. Go out and catch some good fish tomorrow. It's gonna be great weather in most places, just not on St. Clair.
Yep.
And and so I'll be on the road and heading to Niagara River. So look for those videos. They're not going to be instructional because I don't know what the heck I'm doing, but I'm going to do some pretty cool videos for catching some good fish. So see ya. Take it easy.